Racing Championship Tier 2 finale. We should see a very interesting battle today. There's currently 3 drivers, all huge opportunity to move up in the championship. 4-star and Chris Panda, if I got that correct. Yeah, 4-star and Chris Panda will be fighting for the championship win, and CRC has the opportunity to move himself up into 2nd in the championship. So should see some very good battles going on. See, there's 10 points difference. 4-star's 10 points lead over Chris Panda. So obviously that's difference between the 1st and 3rd, or something like 2nd and 6th. We'll see how that ends up going down. We'll be having pre-race interviews and post-race interviews with both of them. Also post-race interview with 4-star to see if he can move up into 2nd in the championship. Now I'm going to quickly try and talk to Chris Panda and 4-star before the race. A couple minutes chat, and then I'll leave them be to get into the right mindset. One quick second so I can get them in. And then, right. Right, sorry, I'll be done as quick as I can. Right. Oh, come on, PS4. There we go. Right, hopefully we can get them both in for a quick chat, and then the race should be soon underway. Well, pre-race talk should be soon underway. We'll have qualifying going first. As usual, full qualifying on a 50% race. Should be starting in about 3 minutes. Okay, 4-star will not be able to join us pre-race. Got race prep, e.g. going to the toilet before he starts. Hopefully we'll be able to get Chris Panda in, but if not, then I'll just give you a quick rundown of the situation championship wise, which is current championship standings. We've got 4-star on 164 points in the lead, Chris Panda 10 points behind on 154, then CRC on 133 points. So he does need Chris Panda to get quite a bad result in order for CRC to get up into 2nd, but of course that opportunity is always there. You never know what's going to happen till it happens. So wishing all 3 drivers the best of luck. Hopefully they can all get nice clean racing. We'll see how that goes. And as per usual, any particular requests on anyone you want me to follow during qualifying, or of course during the race, then I'm happy to oblige. Especially if it's a good battle that I'm missing. One more try and inviting Chris Panda in. And if that doesn't work, then we'll just be jumping straight into the race and speak to them after. Can I not spell? Okay, I don't know why I'm not able to invite him. It seems like I won't be talking to him until the end. Hopefully we can get that work in, but for the moment we are going to have to jump straight into the race without speaking to either of our championship contenders. Should be starting in a couple of minutes. Seems almost all the drivers are here. It's 4-star here. Ah yeah, there he is. Current championship leader. And his contender, Chris Panda in the AlphaTauri. So what have we got? Williams versus AlphaTauri. Not something you would have expected to see in normal F1. Ah, and there's Clerpier, the other man to keep an eye on. Okay, we should be starting fairly soon. Right, got all the drivers ready and up now, so time to see who's going to win this championship. Tier 1's already been decided, that went to DeWill. Congratulations to him for that. Currently 19 drivers. I think there is only going to be 19 today. There might be 20. Don't know if one of the reserves is late. So here we go. Qualifying about to be underway. Is Captain Nick in this race? No. Round Japan made a lot of Captain Nick fans. Okay, Q1 should be underway. And we'll see. Qualifying is usually fairly interesting with this field. Very close together drivers. It's Q2 that usually seems to be the closest together. Some of the quicker drivers trying to get through on mediums. Right, we'll follow whoever's first out on track. Ah, Craigo, and looks like McConey as well. I think McConey's going to be released first. And one of the Red Bulls. Okay, so that is Bring F1, first man out on track. Already playing the cat mouse game. I believe Nathan is in tier 1. This is the tier 2 race, so if you're looking for Nathan, he is in the tier 1 race. Can confirm Roland is still in the pits and is not hacking. Okay, so Craigo down the last straight, and then he'll be taking the last corner to start his lap. Got plenty clean air ahead of him. One of the Alphas actually come out the pits, so that may end up getting in the way. But here we go. First lap of Q1 of the last race. And off he goes. Into turn 1. Brakes about right. A little bit loose. Could use a bit on the track. Doing well so far. 2 DRS zones. Right back to back. And one half through the track, looking for plenty of good overtaking opportunities. There is that Alpha of either Tobes or Carl, can't tell who, just up ahead of Craigo. I don't think he'll catch him, but even if he does, drivers are genuinely fairly good at keeping out of the way of each other. Just misses the apex, drifting a bit wide, but a very decent line. And of course getting all the purple sectors because he's the first man to do them. Comes down towards the last corner. The Alpha staying ahead. Set in the first lap, it's going to be a 1:26.7. Bring F1 1:26.5, sorry, and then McConey 1:27.9. Not able to beat him. Big Balls next across the line. He sets 1:27.4, so slotting into third position. One of the Renaults, Jack, 1:27 flat. And the other Renault, Sadistic King, to set a 1:27.1. Carl Paradox around the last corner. He set 1:26.4, so that puts him up to the front. B Wheeler 1:28.8, slowest time so far, and Super Gabu. Ah no, he's just started this lap. No, he did 1:26.9. JD Chrome across the line at 1:26.8, decent position, fourth. Happy with that. Williams coming towards the line, see where he slots into. Out of VRS, but 1:27.9. Definitely going to want to improve on that one. Tobes, 1:26.5. Almost good enough already. Who else we got on track? Kyle, still fairly early on in his lap. Just into the middle sector. Got past some traffic, didn't cost him too much time. Of course, he might have issues with traffic on their own lap. Looks like the Williams is slowing down so we can get through before the corner. The Haas is already far enough ahead. Oop, purple middle sector for him. Chris Panda, the man in second in the championship, is notorious for not going out till almost last minute, leaving himself only 1 or 2 laps, playing it risky till the end. So we'll see how qualifying goes for him. Get one of the AlphaTauris. There we go, Carl on the 126.4. A few drivers now on their outlap. Liverpool Fan and Pierce with front of them. And followed by Annie and 4-star, our championship leader. I myself do not actually have ability to give mod in this chat, so apologies for that. Okay, so Liverpool Fan towards the last turn to start his lap. Let's see what he can do. So far, no driver with a time in the knockout zone. Seem to change. So here he goes, just avoiding that car. Coming out the pit lane, Clerpy out there. Good first corner. Using all the track there, fractionally late in the throttle. Purple first sector, just like this driver's on a joystick, on a pad, sorry, does mean he's going to struggle in the second sector. We got Mercedes of Roland ahead, or is that? No, I think it's McCone in the outlap ahead of him. So hopefully that driver in the outlap will stay out of the way, or stay ahead. Purple middle sector. It is possible, of course, it's doing the glitch where it just says all purples regardless. Or just in some sectors. So Klatt is over that last curb. See what time he can set. A 1:27.5. Okay, Clerpy just starting his lap. We're just about to. Here he goes. The other commentator didn't respond as to whether or not he could come here, so I don't know where he is, but you've just got me for today. Carl's still holding that fastest lap. Let's see if Clerpy can do anything about that. So far we've got Annie and Wheeler in the drop zone. Wait, and McConey I can't count. Gets past the driver on an in-lap. Thank you. Always nice to see people who like you commentating. Showing him the purple middle sector. I think I am going to say the purple sectors shown on the map are redundant, and it's just going to give them to everyone. But this has looked to be a very strong lap, and it is possible he has actually got them. I think McConey just set a 1:27.5, or semi-recently anyway. Clerpy gets 1:26.4 up into third position. Looks to be fairly safe for him there. Just two drivers left to set a lap. And one of them is Chris Panda, man in second. Wheeler just started his lap, although it's showing his lap red. I don't know if that is a graphical error or if his lap is actually invalidated. Follow him for now until Chris Panda gets around to start his lap. Wonderful shots. Wheeler has set times, so he's on the nil lap. But it was at the back of the field, a 1:28.8, so he's going to need to improve. McConey, Williams, Annie and Wheeler currently in the drop zone. And Chris Panda will almost certainly push Roland down into there as well. Wait, no, McConey is not in the drop zone, but will be. I'll learn the numbers for it soon. It's 2019, yeah. Here we go, Chris Panda onto his lap. Pushing the braking point right to its limit, as McConey improves his time to 1:27.3. Putting Roland at risk of being dropped down once Chris finishes his lap. Not too many drivers out on track at the moment. Most of the top 10 are still in the pits. I believe Roland is about to come into the pit lane, so he's going to have to get a fresh set of tyres. Come around for another go. Yep, into the pit lane for Roland. Chris Panda enters the last sector. This is going to be a mid to low 126. Unless he messes up this last corner. Let's see what he gets. He sets a time of a 126.2 straight up to the front. Wheeler now improved his first sector 1.5 tenths. He needs to gain a lot more time than that. See how much he's gained in the second sector. Not much more. He's gaining a lot more time if he does not want to be starting from the back position. McConey staying well out of the way. So he comes towards the line, see if he can improve his time. He does, but it's not enough to get in position, a 128.6. Good effort, gains 2.5 tenths from his previous lap. Annie just starting his lap. That Red Bull going off the track to not get in the way. It's Wheeler just ahead, so I assume Wheeler's on the next lap, so hopefully he'll make sure to stay well out the way of Annie. Heavy braking zone, a bit of a lock-up for him there. Someone just improved their time, that was Williams. That puts the Liverpool fan into the drop zone now. And he needs to gain about half a second, he's 3 tenths up at the moment. But he needs to get himself to about 6 tenths up in order to get through. Take that 15th position. Another lock up again for him. He comes towards the line, let's see what time he can set. 127.5 up to 16th. Gained some positions but not enough to get through to Q2. So Liverpool fan about to start his lap to try and get out of Q1. Most drivers at the top nice and happy with their lap. Craigio's still out on the track. Guess it doesn't hurt to get some extra practice in, as long as it's not tyres you're going to be using later. Oh, Liverpool fan spun. That's bad for his tyres and obviously this lap. That might be his hopes of Q2 gone. We'll follow Roland then. Some of the drivers up front happy with their lap. And retiring from this session. Roland needs to improve almost an entire second here. And after just one sector, he's a 10th down, so it's not looking good for him. See if he's got more time to gain elsewhere. Of course, if he made a mistake later on in his foot slap, then it's more than capable of getting that position. He's got clean air at the moment. The driver in front of him, believed to be a Liverpool fan. Not on the best set of tyres, but of course will be pushing to get another pit stop and lap in if he can. Actually, ooh, and Roland spun. That's not going to be great for his time. Big Balls has left the session. Hopefully, he'll be able to rejoin. Liverpool fan going around for another lap. Be hoping not to spin this time. Nope, sorry. Manages to make it through the corner he couldn't last time. See how much he can improve his lap. Only needs to gain half a tenth to gain one position. And just over a tenth and a half to make it into Q2. Jack retiring from the session. It's interesting from 15th position. We'll see how he does there. Liverpool fan spinning again. And he's on an invalidated lap. Wheeler is going to get a lap in. That does look like neither of the Red Bulls will make it through. Wait, that's not a Red Bull. Neither Andy nor Liverpool fan will make it through. Wheeler just starting his lap. Roland going to be not going to be able to set another lap now in the pit lane. That means he'll be starting from 18th, or of course 19th if Wheeler gets a good time. Nanny, yeah, not an improvement. Liverpool fan spun, so it is just down to Wheeler now. Can he push Jack out, or how many positions can he gain otherwise? Jack's the only driver left not guaranteed a Q2 spot. He's 3/10 up. He's going to need to gain quite a bit more in order to get past Roland. Well, some drivers have better tracks than others, and this might be one of his worst tracks, but we'll see. Proves his time by a 10th. Proven every lap, it's always a good sign. A 1:28.5, but not enough. So Q2 will be underway in about 2 minutes. Right, Williams sounds better, so we'll listen to that one. So yeah, Annie, Liverpool fan, Roland and Wheeler knocked out from Q1. We're starting the 16th to 19th. And then Jack just making it through. Chris Panda and where is 4-star 9th? Chris Panda a whole half second ahead of him. So they're the two battling out for the championship. If Chris Panda can get the win and fastest lap, then that means 4-star has to come second in order to protect his title. But as long as 4-star comes in the top two positions, that championship is his. And if he comes in third and gets fastest lap, it's also his. And here we go, that's Q1 finished and Q2 about to be underway. So there's our 4 drivers being knocked out. Wait, 5? I thought 15th normally made it through. I do not know why Jack has not made it through. Okay. Right, well we know for certain that Wheeler, a Liverpool fan, and Annie have not made it through. 15th is supposed to make it through to Q2, so we'll see what Codemaster's fate is for Jack. It would be a shame if that messes up his chances in this race. It's not, there's only 14 drivers, that is not ideal. Whoops. None of the drivers yet looking like they're going to leave the pit. I'm just flicking between them because it shows them in first gear when they are. There we go. Bring F1, one of the first to leave. You see some movement in the Red Bull garage now, look. Okay, so far first and only driver out on track. Got a Haas, Williams and a Ferrari to follow him. He's on the soft compound of tyres. So yeah, one's our Super Gabu on the softs also. 4-star on the softs. And Big Bulls is the other one. For now we'll follow Bring F1. Only Red Bull remaining. Alright, I'm hearing that Jack had the problem where if you crash out, it does not let you get through to the next qualifying session. So he will be starting from 15th position. And that is a Codemaster's bug, but not quite as bad as I thought the bug was. Okay. Down the last straight, 4-star just behind him. Might have actually let 4-star get close enough to get a slipstream, not quite. Here he goes, the first lap underway, Bring F1 in the Red Bull. Good first corner, able to hit that second apex. I have to say though, Bahrain is a very good choice for a finale. Plenty of overtaking opportunities. Passes, close racing, and these twisty corners here. Although not the NASCAR version they're going to be doing later this year in proper F1. So we'll see how this race goes. Should see plenty of good overtakes, hopefully no incidents into turn 1. Of course that is always a risk. Looks like the Ferrari crashed out on his lap. Invalidated it to stay out of the way of the other drivers. Ooh, and Bring F1 goes wide, invalidating his lap. So 4-star's going to be the first man to set a valid lap. We'll see what time he can get. Sets a 27.2. Definitely room to improve on that lap. Where's the next driver we're looking for? Super Garbo, I think. Coming into the pit lane. Coney then, also coming into the pit lane. Big Balls invalidated his lap. Who's the next driver then? Chris Panda on the medium tyres. Very quick lap done last time, but looking to get through on the mediums if he can. See what time he can set. 27.3, that is very decent on the mediums. We'll see if that's enough to get him through, or if we need to improve that time by using the soft tyres. Okay, Jay Williams next coming towards the line. See where he's going to slot in. 27.3. 4 thousandths off Chris's time. An Alpha. Somewhere. The colours are hard to see. Okay. Gold Paradox about to start his lap. We'll follow him around on his lap then. Four-star pulls into the pits after his lap. See if Gold Paradox can get a good enough time on these mediums. Of course, always good to set a safe time on the mediums to guarantee you're not going to crash out on your fast soft lap. Some drivers ahead of him. Looking at who they are. Ferrari's on an outlap. Right, it's Red Bull ahead of him, isn't it? The Red Bull is on an outlap though. Then whichever Alpha that is. Yeah, that Alpha is Kyle, also heard of that. And Kyle is on a lap of mediums. So we'll quickly flip to Kyle as he crosses the line and then pop back to Gold Paradox. Bring F1 staying well out the way. Be very careful to not touch that curb, it can spin you out if you're not careful. So as Kyle comes through the last corner, see what time he can get himself on the mediums. Very close for the top 3 so far. Not many drivers setting a time. So it's a 27.7. That was not the driver I was following. Knows he's going to be room to improve there. And of course might be hoping to rely on the soft 28.4. One of the Ferraris just starting the lap. Craiger just starting his lap. Clerpion currently on his lap, but we'll follow him round. Also choosing to use the mediums. See where he can slot into with the mediums, and if he feels he needs to use the softs. Purple middle sector. Haven't been paying attention to see if that's broken this time or not. Go towards the last corner. And he'll be crossing the line with the time of a 1:27.8. So that might not be enough to keep him through. JD just starting his lap. I think Bring coming towards the end of his. We'll see what time he can get on the soft tyres. Of course he set a lap when I managed to invalidate it. So it's a 1:26.3, the fastest lap so far. Craiger though, 1:26.2, exactly a tenth quicker. One of the Haas. Super Garbage just starting his lap, but another one comes into the pit lane. Big Balls towards the line. He's going to set a time of 1:27.3. Tobes. Right, that's Kyle there. Kyle coming into the pits. Tobes near the end of his lap. Makoni about to start his lap. So after we finished on board with Tobes, we'll jump to Makoni. .126.3, it puts him up into second. It's like a fairly safe time. Makoni on the mediums. Not leaving himself a great deal of time between his medium and the soft run. See what time he can get. Could have gone a bit deeper on there. Accelerated sooner. See how he does. The road ahead of him clear. I think JD just set a 127 flat. I might be mistaken though. One of the drivers just set a time. What's it, Super Garby? I don't know. Anyway, Makoni, nearing the end of his lap. Looks to be a decent lap so far. See what time he can get. Too high up the order, a 127.9. Currently the second slowest lap. Just as Distant King left to set a lap for himself. Tobes will be coming into the pit lane. Behind him, Clerpiar following him in. JD improving his lap to 126.5, and that looks to be a fairly safe lap there. Anything sub 127 as of yet appears to be good. Well, good enough to get you through to Q3. Sadistic King about to start his lap on the mediums. Matching very well with the colours of the Renault. Looking decent so far. Keeping it very clean. No locking up. Narrowly missed the apex, but not too important in that corner. Big Bulls, it appears, happy with that lap. Multiple drivers on mediums behind him though, he can easily get pushed out of Q3. Onto the main straight, and he's going to get himself a 127.4 up into 11th. He's going to want to try and get back round for a soft time if he can, or of course he might just want to start from a nice safe 11th and use mediums to gain positions on strategy. No Paradox then, he'll be looking to improve. Him and Carl both out on track, looking to gain some positions. Nearing the end of his lap. Is it good enough? Needs to gain about half a second to gain just one position here. Of course, more than that, and you start to gain more time. And he does a 127.3. Knocks Clerpiar out the top 10. But only just safe himself. Carl now, he'll be hoping to push Cole Paradox out. Gives himself a 126.1. That does push Cole Paradox out then. Claire PR will be hoping to improve. Man is third in the championship. Chris Panda, 125.9. That puts him at the top. Him and 4-star seem to be battling it out already. Club PR 7/10 green. That lines him up with about 8th, maybe 7th position. Thanks, Brady. Up into 6th, a 126.3. Only 3 thousandths behind Tobes. That's the wrong house. Cole Paradox, it appears, on an in-lap. Who's that other driver? Kyle also appears to be on an in-lap. So that looks to conclude Q2. Who's left? Claire PR, going to be on an in-lap. Well, they might decide to try and improve his lap just for the fun of it. No, this is a nice slow in-lap. We'll just watch his car drive around. And soon Q3 will be underway. Big Balls, Cole Paradox, Sadistic King and Maconi knocked out to join Jack Liverpool fan. I can't remember who else it was. Oh, into the garage, okay. Who's got nice engine revving out on track? Nobody. Watch the excitement at the pit lane then. And wait for Q3 to be underway. Should be starting shortly. Chris Panda, 4-star, and Claire PR all making it through to Q3. All giving themselves as much opportunity to do as well as they can in the race. And it sounds like Tier 1 have had a very close qualifying. Everyone seems to be using softs in Q2, and so I wonder how that's all gone down. A few drivers caught out by that. Right. Just 5 seconds till we move on to, well, the loading screen and then on to Q3. So here we go. Big Balls, Cole Paradox, Sadistic King and Maconi in their respective positions. 2 tenths between 10th and 11th. Here's our top half of the grid. Chris Panda, 4-star, Kyle, Craigo, Tobes, Claire PR, Bring, JD, Williams and Super Gabu. See what times they can set and how that's going to do for them. Yeah, it's a shame you can't race Brady because you seem to fit really well into this league. Problem with being on a school night. might be able to get yourself in as one of the reserves during the half term if they start season 3 by then. But of course there is talks of them moving the time off of a Thursday. We'll see if that ends up going down. Yeah, I've got the same problem with school as well. Want to race as long as I can, but at the same time, can't do too long otherwise you won't be awake in time. Although now I'm in sixth form. Well, so now I'm in sixth form. Now I don't always have to turn up to registration before to wake up later, to go to sleep later. Everything's got its pros and cons. Try and make it to a profession in 1 year. Interesting. Good luck with either school or your professional YouTube career. So far, JD bring F1, the first drivers out on track. Claire PR joining them. And also Chris Panda and one of the Alfa Romeos. That's Tobes. The other half, Super Garbu coming out, and now Kyle. And 4-star, pretty much all the cars now. Just the Ferrari and the McLaren still in the pit lane. So working on race cars does sound quite nice. It's not the kind of thing I think I'd be particularly good at, but I can understand the appeal. Especially when you play with the engine. Here we go, JD towards the line to set the first lap in Q3. Williams is now joining the rest of the drivers out on the track. Okay, let's see what time JD can set and how close the other drivers will get. Chris Panda so far looking to be the strongest driver. If he can get the win, that puts immense pressure on 4-star. Of course, both of them will have very high nerves at the moment. Oh, and he's invalidated his lap. Who's the next driver behind him? Bring F1. Red Bull now has a McLaren on an outlap potentially blocking the way. Oh, and he invalidates his lap, goes wide. Craigo on an outlap. Claire Piot then the first man to set a lap. Craig making sure to stay well out of the way. Comes around the last corner. Let's see what he can set. A marker to beat. 126.8. Fairly decent lap. Tobes immediately though setting a 126.5. Chris Panda now towards the line. He sets a 126 flat. Half a second lead of the next closest man. 4-star coming towards the next car. Roland got knocked out in Q1. Want to say he came 17th. Four-star setting a 127.4, not the best lap. Kyle setting a 125.8. Well done him. up to the front. Williams now, the next man to cross the line. He crossed the line at 1:27.4, just ahead of 4-star. Krieger then, the last man of the guys out on track. We get up into third at 1:26.4. Good time from him. JD just ahead of bring F1 on track. Right, so JD's starting his lap now. See how he can do. First corner can be very unforgiving if you get it wrong. Looks like he's done a good job. Seems to be quite twitchy, but that could of course just be the ping. Doing good so far. Bring F1 behind him. Only two drivers out on track, apart from... Oh no, Super Garb isn't an out lap, so he'll soon be starting his lap. Haas is always impossible to spot on the mini-map. So JD at 105 after the first two sectors, 105.3. Bring F1 over half a second quicker than the first two sectors. And so JD at 1:26.8 and bring F1 1:26 flat up into third for him alongside Krieger. I keep using this. Apologies to any drivers for getting your names wrong. I am trying my best. Sorry if it's not good enough. Super Garvin now on his lap. A few drivers in out laps now, 4-star and Chris Panda. Okay, let's see how he can do. The last drive to set a lap, let's see where he's going to slot into. Gets himself into 8th position at 1:27.1. Both these drivers have been in an in-lap. Chris Panda on an out-lap, so we get ready to start his. Williams also on an out-lap, as is Krieger. Chris Panda now starting his lap. Just have a driver just out the pit lane ahead of him. Hopefully that driver can stay out of the way. It looks like Tobes. Yep, Tobes staying well out of the way. So 200ths up so far. Needs to gain just over a tenth and a half if he wants to move up. Normally he's a bit slower through the middle sector there. Half a tenth down from his green. See if he can get a flying last sector or not. He does improve 127.8, and that is enough to get him onto that front position. Provisional pole for him. Williams will be the next man to come across. Probably 3/10 green, that would be enough to get him into 9th position. If he can get a good last sector, he can move up ahead of racing points. Up into 9th, 126.9, at a 10th down from gaining another position. Ferrari Krieger now, 400ths up. He needs to gain 600ths in order to snatch 4th position, get onto that second row. See what he can do. Oh, he's just got time for another lap, and he does move up into 4th, 126.2. Who else have we got on track? I think most of the drivers are. 4-star now, the next man. It looks like he's crashed somewhere. It's saying he's 8 seconds red. He is coming into the pit lane, unable to improve his lap. Tobes here now. Purple middle sector, 1.5 tenths green. I think the best position he's going to get here is 4th. I'd expect him to start in 5th. It might surprise me. Oh, stays in 6th. 10th down from what he needed at 126.4. Then Chris Fanner into the pits, bring F1 into the pits. Williams into the pits. Claire PR. 125.8 up into pole position for him. Craig currently 1.5 tenths green. And that might be enough to gain him 4th position onto that second row. Not quite. It's a bad last sector, not able to improve. Who does that leave? Nobody. That concludes Q3. So Claire PR getting the pole. Man 3rd in the championship. Chris Panda in 2nd. 4-star championship leader down in 6th. Of course, 2nd and 6th is 18th and 8 points. If I get my numbers correct. That is the 10-point difference that they have. So we'll see how that goes. We'll watch the Ferrari go round because it looks nice and has an amazing sounding engine. Yeah, Claire PR, Chris Panda on the front row, Carl and Bryn following them up. Craig and 4-star on the 3rd row, Tobes and JD, and then Williams and Super Gabu. That concludes qualifying. The race will be shortly underway, and we'll see who becomes the champion of Cone Racing League Tier 2 Season 2. Here we go, moving on to the race now. I'll have a quick look at the times first. So yeah, here we go. Quite close between second and third position. Bit of a gap down to fourth, 2/10. Another bit of a gap there. Fairly close between 8th and ninth position. And that concludes qualifying. And be on to the race. I am going to apologise in advance in case I cough. I do have a bit of a cough at the moment. So I might have to mute myself, and I apologise if I don't mute myself in time. Looking forward to this race. Yet to see who's crowned the champion. It's a battle between Chris Panda and 4-Star. I don't know who has more wins, so who win by default if they manage to get that 10-point difference and get the same score. And here we go, drivers have been now selecting their setups. They're told to wait a bit just so every driver's got time. So it'll be about a minute and a half until the outlap starts. Okay, so here we go. Formation lap will be starting soon. And then the championship decider will be underway. So showing it as all two-stop strategy. I must say that every driver on this grid is significantly better than me, both in strategy and race pace. So yeah, whoever asked earlier, Roland starting from 18th position, not 17th. Here we go, our championship leader, 4-Star. And Chris Panda, his challenger. Our man on pole, Claire PR, third in the championship at the moment. Comes towards the grid slots. Soon a race will be underway. 4-Star supporter, we'll see how it goes down. There we go, that's our last few drivers. And away they go. Into turn one. Club PR around the outside, but Chris Panda trying to get him up the inside. Not able to get through. Oh, wrong one. Carl looking up the inside. 4-star already dropped a position, that's not good for him. Quite a few of the drivers further back, opting for the medium tyres. So with Chris Panda in second, 4-star does need to move up the field, otherwise he's not going to get that championship. He knows that. It seems that Annie had an incident, must have spun off somewhere. Chris Panda going a bit deep there, might give Carl a chance to get through. Looks like he does. He's got the inside, into that corner can be risky. Club PR already getting a massive lead. Chris Panda's starting to be swallowed up the rest of the pack. 4-star will be happy about that. See what happens though, does appear that Chris Panda's gaining on Carl. Both these two gaps closing here. Bring looking for the move, not able to get it. He touches, that puts him loose. Craigo might be able to get through, and it looks like he has. Toast as well. Yeah, bring down 2 positions now. Chris Panda up into the lead, how did that happen? Glitch, it didn't happen, okay. Ignore the order on the left, Club PR is still in the lead. Where is it? Behind him, Kyle. And then Chris Panda. So everyone just take away 2, apart from some people. Once they all enter this new sector, it'll be correct. This battle for second still raging on. Panda looking to get back through. 4-star still down in 7th position, although he is right on this group here. In fact, it seems most drivers are. Moment in a bit of a train. Chris Panda though, this time interval not updating. Always useful when trying to do commentating. A lot of the times aren't updating. Krieger is not 7/10 behind Chris Panda. See if he can go for the move. Doesn't look like he can. Club PR setting more fastest laps now. DRS enabled. Carl's starting to close the lap on Chris. Carl's starting to close the lap on Club PR, it seems. Rolling past Wheeler. Roland already up 3 positions. Ooh, seems Jack is out of the race. There's been an incident there between multiple drivers. And all of them seem reluctant to let the other ones go. Been very courteous. Safety car has been called out. That'll be good for Chris Panda, giving him another opportunity to get through. I don't know what order these drivers are supposed to be in or what they're doing. There we go, they're underway. So 4-stop. Everyone's just trying to get past these drivers, but of course the front of the field very close. All fast drivers. See how it goes, but you've got to battle for every position up there. I don't know what the back of the field's doing. Seems Roland's had enough of it, whatever it is. Whole Paradox, whether deliberately or not, going slow. I'm not sure if it's telling both drivers they need to be behind each other and they're kind of just playing a... Roland's got a drive-through penalty for ignoring that. I don't know what's happened here, but it seems... Yeah, and he's got a 5-second penalty as well. Honestly, not too sure there. Clerpiar into the pits. Lots of drives into the pit lane. 4-star not going into the pits. Seems he's playing it risky. How many other drivers? Sadistic King. Big Bulls. McConey not going into the pits. It seems almost everyone else has there. A lot of the pack in the middle. Jack, understandably so, has left the session. At 4-star, championship leader currently at the front. The other drivers catching up the field. Hopefully whatever's happened at the back has been sorted. Don't know if that was a driver error or a game error. I'm sure some drivers won't be too happy, so we look at it afterwards. Here's where Chris Bander is, 7th position. 4-star, the only man on softs. Certainly the only man on old softs. Wanting to preserve them during these safety car laps. Might be hoping for another safety car. Hopefully a Bottas safety car restart doesn't happen. Ooh. Wheeler's gone into the pit lane. Seems to lap blades. And he's got a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So let's see how 4-star can do after the safety car restart. Safety car coming in this lap. 4-star will have the advantage. So let's see if he can pull that time away. If he can get himself quickly into clean air out of DRS range, he might be able to gain enough time so when that pit stop comes, it was worth keeping on these tyres and gaining those positions. Clerpiar getting a 5-second penalty. Says for a severe collision. You know it never really is. Won't be too happy with that one. Might contest it post race. Here we go, 4-star underway. Paradox, 5-second penalty for passing before. That's the line. And Kyle into the pit lane. I think that means he damaged his front wing on CRC then, when that incident occurred. Top two drivers pulling away from big bulls. Some very big gaps already building here. Paradox retiring. Just not happy with the number of penalties he's getting. Or was that a crash? Right. Follow the front two drivers, and he's already built up that 1 second. Quickly jump to Kyle to see if we can see. That was the wrong way. That car on the side of the road. Oh, it's already despawned. Okay. Chris Panda under threat from Crago. Chris Panda went for the hard compound tyres. It's forced that gap's now come back down below 1 second. Needs to try and bring that gap, or extend that gap. Does not want DRS to be working against him. CRC on the hard, also Chris Panda. Seems both playing the long game. Might actually both be able to go to the end of the race. That pit window is now saying it's open, but that's not a good idea because of the safety car. The pack's still very bunched up. Looking for a move and might be able to get it. Ooh, it's close. Here's McConey. I don't know what he's doing. Seems to be tracing both his brake and accelerator. Not really pressing either of them. Goes deep. Might have to lose another position now. In front of the field, Sadistic King still refusing to let that gap build to more than a second. There's JD. Wait, no. Williams, I think, made a mistake there. I don't know, he just let... Someone made a mistake or had to let someone through. Caused lots of drivers to gain in position. CRC hunting down that third position. DRS is back again, and that gap is back up to more than a second. CRC going for an absolute dive bomb and a half. Didn't see that coming. Darla was looking that way on the camera. And another safety car's come out. Four-star will certainly take this opportunity to pit. Of course, many of the other drivers might not. So we'll see how that goes down. Looks like it was Annie. See if we can see it on Carl's camera. Just coming up here on the right. Couldn't see which tyre that was. Carl choosing to not pit. Of course, see himself on fresh hards. Williams pit for some fresh softs. Which Rowan goes past the safety car. Hopefully at some point we'll see some wheel to wheel racing between 4-star and Chris Panda. Can spice things up. See if he decides to pit now then. But he's going to drop plenty of positions if he does, because not many other drivers are going to pit. He is pitting. As is Sadistic King. CRC of course staying out. You're not going to pit on hards at 3 laps old. Same as Chris Panda. They're going to move up into the top 2 positions. A whole host of other people. Crago, Bring F1, following them through. And that's going to drop 4-star down to 9th position. He also on the hards, so he'll be battling against Clerpiar and Chris on these tyres as well at the end. Of course his will be 4 laps newer, so that will put him in the advantage in that sense. Many of the drivers on mediums might have to pit, certainly going to struggle towards the end. Going to once again be biased and just watch the Ferrari drive round. I know it's Clerpiar had a 5-second, didn't he? I'll quickly check the race direct. So Clerpiar with a 5-second, Chris Panda just a warning. Has Foster got anything? Nope. Sparkling clean so far. Yeah, I think I'm going to say 4-star pretty much has it free up to 3rd. It's just that final fight between him, Clerpiar and Chris Panda. It's how quick is he going to get through the mediums and how much time is that going to cost him. Because if Chris Panda can get up to the front, get the fastest lap in, then he's got to get himself 2nd position. I believe the safety car will come in next lap. Usually lasts 3 laps. Ooh, and Coney's pitted on his 9-lap mediums. It's a mistake not doing that last lap. Four-star, gaining position free of charge. One less driver to get through. All the drivers immediately behind him are in hards, so theoretically he should be able to keep them behind him. Of course we saw how quick Sadistic King was, so we'll see how he does. Move up towards the front of the field. Safety car should be announced reasonably soon. And then Clerpiar will be starting to hold up the pack. There we go, pack started to be held up. I think we'll watch 4-star into the first corner, see if he can pull a monstrous dive bomb. So if he can gain a couple of positions immediately, that's going to put him in a good position. Superguard will get himself a penalty. Look how Chris Panda's timed that, almost immediately up to the lead. Up the inside. Ooh, blocking off Krager. 4-star. Seems he wasn't able to keep up with the rest of the pack. Watch these guys up front, very close. Some wonderful racing going on here. Look at this. Club PR already dropped down 2 positions. Brigger also through. Bring having a look around the outside, not able to get it. Sadistic King past Wheeler. Can he confirm the position? Yes, he can. To get it through. 4-star dropping back. Not able to keep up on the hard compound. Slightly the problem that Club PR's having. Soon the problem that Chris Panda will start having. Yeah, almost certainly. Lost a lot of time because of it and then got passed. Mediums are going to be better than hards when they're this old. Those 4-stars tyres still plenty warming up needed. Club PR going a bit deep. Is that enough for Bring F1 to get through? Might be all the ends hitting him on the rear. I think his front wing's still good, I didn't see any flying off. Bring F1 is through. Another driver past Club PR. Yeah, Panda is always amazing at safety car restarts. Chris Panda still holding that lead in 4-star. Now more or less behind Super Garbu. Needs to get in that DRS. Toes now will be looking for the move from Club PR down the main straight. JD gets himself a 3-second penalty. DRS now re-enabled after safety car. Whoa. Don't know what Roland's doing, going on a bit of an adventure along the track. Williams slots through ahead. 4-star now on that DRS. Needs to use that to start gaining time on Chris Panda. Chris Panda can hold the lead to the end of the race. Very strong position for him. Locks up a bit, slightly misses the apex, does still seem to gain time out of that corner. Not quite close enough for a move, might be able to get a move in the second DRS zone. Super Garby goes slightly deep. 4-star, it's a bit of oversteer, loses him some time. Closing that gap again. Not able to get close enough for the move though. He should start saving up his ERS so we can get a good move done. We'll see. At the moment, in the places they have finished, Chris Panda will win the championship. We know that PR can't win the championship. And actually, if Chris Panda does win the championship, then Club PR can't. So at the moment, see, 4 stars guaranteed the top 2 positions. That 4 star still stuck behind. Can he get through here? He's using his ERS, but he's run out. Looks to move up the inside, not able to get through. Ooh, and Sadistic King on the outside, didn't see him coming. And that's 4 star down in position now. Sadistic King up to the front. I think I just saw a bit of front wing somewhere. So it does look like 4 star struggling to gain position. Pressure might be getting to him a bit. Crago looking to get past close PR. And we've had a crash, I believe. Yeah, Jay Williams spun on the inside of that turn, then hit the wall, crashing out. Back up to the battle for 4th as they both go into the pits now. Ooh, a little bunch. It does allow 4 star to gain some positions. 6th place is not enough unless Chris Panda comes in 2nd. There is still plenty more drivers though ahead on the medium tyres. 3 more need to pit. And actually when the dust settles like that, it is going to be 1st and 3rd, and that would mean that they'd tie on points, which would be an incredible end to the season. Did not see when that happened, but Club PR down to 15th. I assume that was when he pitted, but must have had a front wing taken out or something if it took that long. Four star, very important for him to fend off Kyle. So once all the median drivers pit, that puts him in net 3rd, but if Kyle gets foot past, that's net 4th. I don't know if he calculated the points before he started this race, but that will be the thing, the position making the difference. Right, so both Kroger and Club PR are taken out. Well, that does mean that Club PR can't take out 4 stars you suggested. Four star letting Carl through, deciding not to contest it too much. Of course, towards the end of the race, his tyres will be 3 laps fresher. And once the tyres are heading towards that cliff, that's going to be useful. It's a shame that Club PR got taken out, but his 3rd position in the championship is more than secure. Can't actually remember who the next driver was in the championship. Person 4th in the championship is Sadistic King on 64 points. Bring F1 now, starting to close that gap down on Chris Panda. Actually, Carl's looking for a move on Sadistic King. And slide into the last position. 4-star, can he capitalise upon this? It's like he can. Kyle without DRS. Oh, this could be very interesting going into this corner then. See if 4-star goes for a move. Looks to go around the outside, he might have got it. Oh, whoops. Gives it up again. I think he needs to be a bit more aggressive. If he's alongside, he doesn't have to concede as long as he leaves room. This lack of aggression might cost him. Sadistic King, another driver on hard tyres. Wait. Oh, Clerpiar was one of the hard drivers that crashed. And then, okay. I'm being stupid, he's net 4th. That's the important thing. And he needs to be net 3rd. If Chris Panda's up in 1st. Apologies for any misconceptions. Four-star looking for the move. I'd like to get on this corner. I might be able to get a good exit. Ooh, Sadistic King's gone deep. Could be a good opportunity here. He's using his ERS. It does mean he won't DRS down the main straight, so we might have that position immediately taken from him. Looks like he's got a bit of a better exit. Of course, Carl now gone ahead and away. It could be set up. He does seem to be using a lot of his DRS, but the reason on that last straight why he was slower was because both of them had DRS, but Sadistic King was in the slipstream. So it's going to be partially set up, partially, you know, just DRS slipstream, and a bit of VRS. Seems to be running it quite low, 4-star. Needs to maybe just take some time to regenerate it a bit. But he does need to get past Sadistic King, because that is an important position to gain. Bring still not able to get past Chris Panda. Chris Panda doing a very good job. Looking like he's going to win at the moment. Of course, a mistake is possible. The stress he could be under can be very much expected. Well, Supercar will be looking for move up the inside there. And he's got that DRS. If we can pull into the slipstream, might be to get him up the inside here now. Looks for the move. Looks like he might have got it. Yeah. Oh, 4-star up into 6th. Sorry, 5th. Bring still that same half second behind Chris Panda. It was 8 tenths earlier. Seems to be kind of wandering between those two numbers. Yeah, Clerpiar had a incident with Crago. It was none of Clerpiar's fault, but he suffered nonetheless. Sadistic King on the outside. Can he make the move stick? Let's see. Oh, he can. 4-star struggling through his lack of aggression, I think. I expect Bring F1 and Tobes to be pitting fairly soon, or if not, they'll be going to the end, and they're really going to start suffering on those tyres. They gap now down to 3.5 tenths. Goes a bit deep, Bring F1. He's got that DRS and he's much closer this time. Both drivers using a bit of overtake. Doesn't. Ooh. He's up the inside. He's up into the front, but there's a cutback. No, he meant perfectly apex parks it. Chris Panda nearly taking out his own front wing. We're driving into him. Tobes into the pits now on the mediums. Hang on. One of these drivers was in mediums and they're now not. Or maybe not, maybe it was wrong. 4-star in 5th, all drivers ahead of him. Oh no, bring F1, that was it. Being blind. So I expect bring F1 to pit at some point. We won't be able to hold off Chris Panda to the end. I think this is the battle that's going to decide the championship though. 4-star and Sadistic King. Can 4-star get through? Sadistic King going a bit deep there. Seems a bit odd that 4-star would go for such a more of a downforce heavy, less top end setup, because his driving style quite heavily edges towards kind of play it passive, go for safer overtakes, which is more going to be on the straights, less willing to try side by side through the corners. Remember, Tier 1 got a safety car. 4-star through into 4th as Chris Panda pits. That's an interesting one. I don't know if he lost his front wing then. But if Chris Panda can't make up these positions, then that's the championship. Did not see what happened there. So where's he come out? 6th position. I assume, I don't know if Chris Panda's hunting the fastest lap or what. But he's going to have to gain a lot of positions here. Any of you drivers who know what you're doing, do you think bring F1 will be able to take it to the end on those mediums? He's going to be able to hold first on them or not. Looks like 4-star's got a bit of a break here. Ah no, bring F1 into the pits. Seems a bit late to be doing so. Might be going on to some used softs. Looks like they're not used. 4-star now out of that DRS range. And that puts him up into 2nd. And if he's in the top 2 positions, that means his championship win is safe. So as long as he can keep that gap on Sadistic King, the championship win is his. Chris Panda though will be fighting up through the positions, trying to gain. And here he is already, hunting down a driver on hard tyres. Sends it up the inside for a very good move there. Of course, does have tyre advantage quite heavily. And now we're trying to hunt down Sadistic King to gain that position. Or you see him in the distance, and already a 2nd over the Ferrari behind him. He's got DRS to help him. It's Chris Panda that's the fastest lap. There we go, the Alfa Romeo past the Ferrari. This is sadly a familiar sight. Both the Ferrari and the Red Bull have that DRS. Bring F1 looking to go around the outside, and he manages it. Him on fresh softs, or the Ferrari old hard tyres. Chris Panda now looking to get past Sadistic King, and this is good for 4-star while they're battling. That gap building. The longer Sadistic King can hold it up, the better for 4-star. Chris Panda knows he needs to get first and fastest lap. And if he can manage that, then the championship is his. But it's very close. As he gets that position, Sadistic King going deep. And Toad's looking to get through him here. 3 drivers storming through on the soft tyres. And here we go, Chris Panda looking to get through 4-star. 4-star not going to go over dub easy. He knows he needs to fight for this. Both drivers going a bit deep. 4-star following Chris Panda in there. The spring gets past Sadistic King. 4-star DRS in this straight. But 4-star needs to fend off, bring in Toes, and hope that Carl can fend off Chris Panda here. Certainly seems like Chris Panda might be able to get the lead in the championship by 1 point. Here we go now. Bring within that DRS. This 4-star locks up slightly. Seems Chris Panda made a very good decision by picking the first softs. Of course, if he can't get that lead off Kyle, then he's not going to win the championship. It seems unlikely that Sadistic King will be able to get past 4-star. Chris Panda, a 3-second time penalty. Well, that's big. I'll quickly check if Carl has won. Right, so it says Carlos 5 seconds. Don't know if that was a drive-through or not. Ring looking to get through. So he's going to wait for the next corner. 4-star doing his best to hold him. Bringing going. Not able to get the move yet. This next straight could be a good place to do it. There we go, Chris Panda up into the lead. Oh, that's like Carl must have made a mistake. His back right tyre is looking interesting. So slightly blocks Tobes. And of course with Carl dropping back, that gives 4-star. Oh, and Carl's just getting all sorts of problems being in the pit lane now. So currently, the championship will finish, if positions end as they are right now, 4-star on 179 and Chris Panda on 180 points. Because 4-star has to fend off Tobes. And unless someone else gets that fastest lap, in which case it will be both on 179 points, it does look like Chris Panda's got this. We watch Tobes trying to hunt down 4-star. So if this overtake is made, then that will define the championship for certain. Actually, if Bring has a penalty, I need to make sure I understand. He's just got a lot of warnings. 4-star, squeaky clean, Tobes, does have 3 seconds. Okay, so that does seem like 4 stars almost guaranteed third then. But if another driver can get that fastest lap, Carl at the back of the field stands a chance. Another driver can get that fastest lap, that would cause a tie for points. I couldn't tell you which driver has more wins. Sounds like Tier 1 is finished. Unsure who's won that one. So 1 lap left to go. Oh, and one of the Haas Super Garbus crashed on that corner, not taking himself out, certainly brought himself to a near standstill. As Carl gives himself even more penalties. The Liverpool fan crashes out on that corner. Another driver to drop out now. The only hope now for 4-star to win the championship is if Carl gets that fastest lap. At the moment, we'll keep an eye on this battle for 5th. Looking like a 3-way battle at the moment. I'll make sure to catch Chris Panda as he crosses the line. Well done to 4-star for fending off Tobes. Here we go, Chris Panda through the last corner. As long as he doesn't run out of fuel, it's plenty safe. There we go, gets himself that victory. Bring F1, crosses the line. Chris Panda must have had a penalty, because he actually nearly... Oh, Bring F1 nearly got first. That would have actually given him change championship wise. So there we go, big rules. Clerpios is the king, penalties doing all sorts of the results. The question now is, can Carl get that fastest lap? So whether or not he knows it, he's sort of in control of the championship. Don't know if it's quick enough. It is! Oh my goodness! He set the fastest lap, which ties Chris Panda and 4-star in 179 points. I don't know who won. I don't know who's got more wins throughout the season. Chris Panda, well done for getting the win. 4-star in 3rd. Okay, I'll let you know as soon as I know who's been crowned champion. I'll try and get Chris Panda and 4-star in for a post-race talk. But here we go, here's our results, and Carl with that fastest lap at the end. Okay. Holy cow. That was an interesting race. Right, I'll try and get 4-star Chris Panda in for a quick chat. Hopefully we can be here. They can both be in here when it's announced. Right, and I've just been told the winner of the championship is Chris Panda on number of race wins. So well done to him. Okay, so Chris Panda's got the championship on race wins.
Hello.
Hello.
You alright?
Yeah. That was an interesting end to the race.
Oh no.
For a second I thought you nearly had it, but Chris Panda's got it on race wins.
Chris had a penalty, yeah, I had no idea, because I was fighting Bring quite hard, but had I known, obviously I'd let him go, because it was inevitable really.
Yeah. So he was 4/10 off getting the lead.
I know. I know.
And then, I don't know, yeah, I assume you saw the fastest lap that Carl got at the end.
Yeah, right at the end. Yeah,
that tied it off. That was an interesting end to the season.
It was.
Are you good to try and invite Chris Panda? I've tried, but I don't know if it'll let me invite him because I'm not got him as a friend in here, and I'll allow the request.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't even know how I invite him. I haven't got it as an option.
You can suggest him, and then I'll just allow the suggestion.
Right.
Yeah, congrats on the second place title. And that's obviously not what you were hunting down, but that's still pretty good. You thinking you're going to try for Tier 1 next season, or?
I don't know. I don't know if we're automatically in Tier 1 or whatever, but you know, I'm just happy to race really. Just good.
Certainly good that there's a league of 2 tiers simultaneously, 20 drivers. Better than most I've seen.
Yeah.
Oh
Hello?
My God.
Oh, hold on, mate.
Congrats.
Thanks, man. It's been a great season though with you, man.
4 attempts. But mind you, it was 4 attempts last race, wasn't it? The other way round.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Oh my goodness. The last couple of laps as well, I got 2 penalties on like lap 26 and 27 for like literally I wasn't even off the track on both times. It was the same corner in those S's. And I was like, oh no, I need to pass him now. And pull away 3 seconds because I could see bring a Funkman. I was like, oh no, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, I kind of gambled on the first stint. When everyone boxed, I stayed out, and then
I know. I was like, you've won it because you know you were able to go to the end then, and I knew I had to pit again.
Yeah, you ran it late though. I was thinking, is he going to pit? And you just kept going and going and going, and then coming quite late.
Nah, they were on 65 when I pitted on lap 20 because I killed tyres. I'm so bad on tyres. I had to do stop.
I think that track
Well, there was the
really
interesting
bad.
twist of it looked like you were going to win until Carl got that fastest lap at the end.
I know, and
Yeah.
then I thought, oh no, I've lost it because I thought it was on average points like it was in the academy, but of course it was on wins first, isn't it? But I had no idea who won.
Yeah,
Well,
I didn't know
or
either. I was
anything.
kind of.
I had no idea. I just can't believe it's come down to the last. Well, like basically the last lap.
Couple of laps,
Really.
yeah.
If I was a bit slower, I'd have lost.
You missed a race as well, didn't you, to be fair, so it's alright. Right, really.
Yeah, I know, but still, like.
Panda, what are you thinking about which tier you want to be in next season?
Oh, well, obviously I want to be in tier 1, but like, it's all up to what they say. Like, you know, we'll have to
Yeah.
see what everyone's pace is. There could be still, 20 drivers ahead of us, which means we'll still have to stay in tier 2. We'll have to, we'll have to see. We'll have to do some trials or whatever it is. But yeah, I'd like to be in tier 1 if I could. Don't think we're catching do well anytime soon.
Yeah, we might be at the other end of the grid in tier 1, that's a problem.
I don't know if you heard what happened at the.
We'll have a fight for the bottom.
Yeah.
Don't know if you heard what happened at the Mexican Grand Prix. In tier 1, his PS4 turned off mid-race, and he still won.
For God's sakes.
Wow.
It was due to a safety car, but
Yeah,
I don't think I'll ever quite see a feat like that again.
Yeah.
Right, well, congrats on the championship win, Panda, and the race win.
Thank you very much, mate.
And well done, 4-star, second in the championship. Very good.
Cheers, mate.
Um,
That was so close.
good luck for next season. I assume you're both going to race almost regardless.
Yeah, plan
Yeah,
to,
it
yeah.
was.
If you can.
Yeah,
Don't know when it is. Hopefully I can
Um,
commentate on it. Though.
Was it 2 weeks this week or 3 weeks?
Yeah, I said 2 weeks break, I think that's
2
it.
weeks break, so yeah.
Alright.
So 3 weeks from today.
Well, hopefully see you racing again in 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, certainly, definitely.
Yeah, we'll be there, I'm sure.
Fighting
One
again.
tier or another.
Yeah. Fine as usual. Oh, I can actually relax. I got an interview tomorrow as well, so I got to cram for that now as well.
I should have done it before the race, mate.
I've done a bit, but like I need to do a bit more. Just a second.
Alright, bud.
Right, well
all
congrats you guys. I'm going to finish it up, so
Yep, no, that's perfect.
well done
Alright,
again.
cheers, guys.
And,
Thank you.
see ya. Right, so that was the finale. Matched on points, both 179. Liverpool fan nearly getting the win because of Chris Panda's penalties, and Carl getting the fastest lap right at the end. But Chris Panda winning, simply because he'd won more races. So that concludes season 2, as close as it can get. I hope you all enjoyed. Certainly a very intense end to the season. Close race right to the end. But there we go. Panda gets crowned champion. And 4-star narrowly missing out. Yeah. I hope you all enjoyed. And from me, until next season, that is goodbye.